Hi everyone, James here with the video review of Hero Factory Brain Attack Furno XL. Now on this first note, Furno here is the 5th incarnation of the character from the Hero Factory series from LEGO. Now over the past almost 2.5 years now, Furno has come in many forms. His first form was okay, his second form, again okay. The third form, in my opinion, was the worst. It just didn't seem right. The fourth form seemed okay, but it still wasn't all that great. And now we have the 5th form. Now, for a while, this is a huge thing. Again, as it is an XL figure, this is perhaps the turning point for Furno. I mean, for once, he has the right proportions. In this case, since he is meant to look bulky, he is hugely bulked up. I mean, although the legs are quite thin, I mean, the chest area is just incredible. Now, I just want to take a look at each and every detail on him. Now, if we actually look at his head here, I can't raise the camera right now, but actually, tell you what. You tell you what, let that do. So here we have Furno's new helmet. Now he actually has a little visor that comes down, which is this silver bit, which looks pretty good. However, once I lift that up, you can see his huge face. I won't lie. This head is way too big. And in fact, if I even try removing the head, seeing as how that would be the easiest thing to do. Oh, sorry about that, camera slipped. Anyway, if we actually try looking at his head, if I can try and get it off to begin with. There we go. Now his head comes in 3 new pieces. First we have the visor, which can be removed. It's a nice little thing. It reminds me a lot of a knight type helmet. Then we have a new version of Furno's original helmet. Although it is too big and there's just a huge gap between, or a huge spacing thing between the top of the nose and the jaw, which to me just looks far too wrong. Nonetheless, it is a nice helmet. And then the new face thing is like this. Now, if I just give you an example, here's a green one that was released about a year prior to the Brain Attack series. Now, it looks a lot more like Iron Man, but for me, these helmets here, these pieces here were much better. Not like this. However, this is still pretty good. Sorry about that, something turned up. Anyway, as I was saying, I find these here to be okay, but they're not just as good as these ones. Now, if I still look at these, you can still you can actually peg using a little clip here and a little sort of roll at the back of the head of this here. After, of course, pegging the head into place, you can actually peg, as I said, this into the back here. Then that will serve as the opportunity for the visor to fold down. Now, as I said, the face is quite large, which is the only drawback about the face. However, if you bring the visor down, it actually looks a lot better. Sorry, I forgot it was offside. Now, it does look a lot better, which is a big help. Now, the unfortunate thing I found about the head at first was that it seemed far too big. Nonetheless, it actually helps to scale in there very well. Now, if you're like me and you know about the Hero Factory series, they've actually done something brand new with this figure. So if I actually just take the back off here, the back actually contains the arms, leaving Furno like that. Okay, stand up. There we go. Now basically, we have this backpack, we have the actual shoulders coming down from the back here and producing the weapons. Then we have this huge cape. The cape, although it was a bit random, it was a bit of a nice touch to feel it. It has a bit of a furry touch on the inside, but on the outside it's quite smooth and silky. So that's a nice touch. I'll plug the back in here again, and then we can get on with it. Now for articulation, Furno's head can go side to side, although it's hindered a little bit by points here and here. It can go up and down. However, these two huge bits here get in the way of the chest. The visor, of course, goes up and down, which is a big help. The arms, they can go forward and back. They can only go forward so far due to the kibble and armor panels. However, they go forward and back, in and out. They bend at the elbow, forward and back. Pivot 360 in all directions at the wrist. And yeah, now in the case of the sword, he doesn't have a hand, just a connector thing, but you still get a good range of motion out of it. Now for the leg articulation, it can go forward, back, in, out. It can actually bend at the knee and actually pivot side to side at the knee, because unlike the elbow joint right here, the knee actually is just a ball joint on its own, so you can do whatever you want with it. And then the foot, then the foot itself pivots about fairly well. However, the legs from the tip to the knee to the foot all consist. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Sorry, I presumed I'd done something wrong there. At least, just give us 1 second. Sorry about that. I thought I'd another one of these for this guy, but but yeah, the foot pivots about, and then you have friction resistors, as I prefer to call them, at the top of the leg and at the knee. This basically helps to increase stability, which therefore enables better posing and for the figure to stand upright. So yeah, you get the general idea. Now these little things here have been around for about a year in the case of Lego. However, they are very nicely designed, and they actually do help a lot in the case of the Hero Factory building process. So nice touch Lego. Now in other details, if I actually just fold these little claws out again. Now, a nice new detail for this new wave of Hero Factory is that we have a new chest plate. It consists of the same little Hero Factory core that we got last year. However, again, the chest piece is new, and it looks very, very nice. We also, for the Brain Attack series, we have these little claws that look like they surround the hero core, which is again a very nice touch. We have additional armor just sitting. Additional armor sitting either side of the chest plate, which is very easily removable. However, whenever it's in place, it gives Furno the XL appearance you'd expect. Now, there is one advantage the Brain Attack series has over, mostly all of the figures from last year. Last year, the Hero Factory characters, or Hero Factory figures, were given a blaster. In the case of this guy, there is a blaster nowhere to be seen. And by that, I mean a small gun that you basically push down on, and a small sphere of a plastic ball was basically shot out of it. Some people might not approve of that. I, however, am glad. The reason being is because I've gotten a bit tired of it, and I am glad with what Lego have done with this guy. Now, just as a bit of an additional information, Lego have actually done incredibly well in designing this guy. In fact, in order for everything to go well in the back, they actually had to move the chest out by about one peg, basically they added an extra joint, an extra detail in behind this chest, therefore to raise it forward, and therefore everything could go right in here. Now we have half a mace for his shoulder, for his arm panels, which looks very nice there, and then we have this huge sword. Now for me the sword looks very, very nice, but if I actually take the main blade itself, there we go. If I actually take the main blade itself, it is a very sleek, very nice design to it. A very good Lego reviewer that I know, called Lego Jang, he said that this reminded him of the Lego Knights Kingdom sets. For me, this actually reminds me of a sword from a character on the television series Transformers Prime. The character was Dreadwing, and his sword was actually curved at the front, very similar to this. So if you are a Transformers / Bionicles / Lego / Hero Factory fan, and you plan on doing a mock of Dreadwing, this is the perfect sword to get. So yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of words, very little time. You know, for the legs we have a lot of armor that we've seen before, and then for the shield, sorry, I forgot to mention, this fiery bit right here, it's brand new, and as are these blades, like things here. Now the shield Furno has is very nice and impressive. We can tell in the middle it forms the letter H for the Hero Factory. We've seen that somewhere before. Oh yeah, that's where. But nonetheless, the shield is very nice. Again, you can get a good bit of articulation out of it, and seeing as how you can do a lot of stuff with it. You know, you can get decent poses out of them. I'm sorry if this is a bad review. I'm tired, and you know, that's it. And that's about my review of Furno complete. Overall, I think this is a good figure. At last, Furno is something good. I mean, the cape is a bit random, but it surprisingly works well. I mean, that's not something often I'd say. You know, the color scheme of red, gunmetal grey, silver, a little bit of black, translucent orange, over there. Yeah, it all blends together very, very well, and it all works well together. And so, thumbs up. And that's about this review complete. So, this is Knight/22 Engineer. Subscribe to my channel for videos and more. Like me on Facebook by searching for Knight/22 Engineer. Have a nice day, see you all around, and look forward to many Hero Factory reviews soon. And so, until next time, bye everyone.